Alright, so we're going into Kingdom Animalia. Alright, so here is a figure of a family tree of Kingdom Animalia from the most simplest on the left to the most complex, which is chordates. So the simplest are Calcaria, alright, and then we go to Cnidarians, Platyhelminthes, nematodes, mollusca, annelids, arthropods, echinoderms. Alright, so we're going to look into the general features of Kingdom Animalia in this introduction. Alright, so all animals in Kingdom Animalia are eukaryotic and multicellular. They don't have cell walls. They must be able to reproduce sexually, and of course they are not photosynthetic, and they are able to move at some stage of their life, because some basically are non-motile, meaning they don't move when they are adult, but at some stage, at least at the sperm and egg stage, and they are able to make responses to external stimuli, mostly like except sponges, because they have a nervous coordination, or at least a basic nervous system coordination. So how do we classify all these animals? So usually we classify them based on their symmetry, their shape, okay, the tissues and specialized structure of the organism, their body cavity, and their segmentation, or what we call repeated body units. Alright. In terms of body symmetry, some of them do not have any body symmetry, such as sponges or terumbu karang. Alright, some are radially symmetry, alright, such as cnidarians and also echinoderms. So we'll look into the examples in detail after this. So some organisms are bilateral symmetry, meaning it can be divided into half, such as phylum arthropods, such as insects. Alright, so bilateral animals have two axes of orientation. So these are orientations that we use to identify the side of the animals. It can be dorsal, ventral, alright, lateral, alright, or interior and posterior. So have a look at this diagram that gives the lateral view and also a front view of an animal. So this is mainly used in biology to identify parts of animals. So you have the anterior, posterior, dorsal, ventral, okay. Sometimes the behind we can call it as caudal or tail, okay, and so on. Alright, so a lot of bilateral symmetry animals, they show cephalization. Alright, cephalization maknanya they have a defined concentrated area. So cephalization is the concentration of nervous tissue at the anterior end, because sometimes they don't have ears, sometimes they don't have ears, but they have basically nerve systems and so on placed at the anterior. So flatworms are the simplest animal to show cephalization. Alright, so in chordates, this concentration of nerve basically forms the brain. Alright, in terms of tissue, okay, some animals in this kingdom, they lack tissues, they only have special cells, such as sponges, terumbu karang. Alright, what animals that have tissue, but some of them lack organs, such as cnidarians, and some organisms have an organ system, such as flatworms. So if the organism has tissues, okay, they are basically arranged in layers. So it can be either 2 layers, dipoblastic, or 3 layers, tripoblastic. So a dipoblastic layer consists of ectoderm and also endoderm. Okay, it doesn't have a mesoderm. The mesoderm, the middle area, is usually occupied by a jelly substance called mesoglia or mesoglia. Right? An organism that has 3 layers or tripoblastic has basically the mesoderm area, including the endoderm and also the ectoderm. So these layers specifically develops into certain organs and also layers of the organism, as you can see on the notes. Alright, so check out this diagram. The left side basically shows a dipoblastic layer of tissue, and the right side shows the tripoblastic layers of the tissue. Next is about the animal's body cavity, rongga badan. So coelom is a body cavity, a fluid space. So much like us humans, we have the thoracic cavity, and also the abdominal cavity. Okay, an air-filled space separating the digestive tract from the outer body wall. So coelom is located basically in the middle layer lah, the mesoderm. Alright, so if the animal has a coelom, it's called a coelomate. If it doesn't have a coelom, it's called an acoelomate. While a pseudocoelom is specialized for animals basically that has a false cavity, such as a roundworm. Alright, a coelomate basically is an organism that is complex lah, and highly specialized because they have a complete digestive system such as stomach and so on. While pseudocoelomate, they have a simple digestive tract, meaning they don't have a stomach. Alright, while acoelomate, their gastrovascular cavity has a single opening where their mouth also function as an anus. Okay, so cnidarians are an example of gastrovascular cavity, while sponges, since they are only made up of cells, they individually trap cells and ingest small organisms intracellularly. So animals in basically this kingdom, alright, show segmentation or repeated body units, okay, such as earthworms. So invertebrates, examples as animals such as horses and so on, the backbone are basically considered as segmented. So check out this summary of this kingdom, all right, for you to use basically for memorization, also for understanding of the subchapter.